Did I say 7? I should have never said 7. Why
Well,
did I say 7?
That's official. I mean,
Oh, that's official. That's definitely official. Because I should know as well.
Really?
There's no excuse for me to not know how many classes there are. It's fucking ridiculous.
My wizard is most likely to die.
Yeah, let's play that then.
Okay. Alright, well, let's do T3. Why not do T3?
Why wouldn't you do T3?
How did you even get that symbol in fucking chat?
I put a symbol in chat.
It's still there.
Oh no, you know.
This is what I'd like to show you.
Whoa, level reduce. I was going to say that's fucking awful, and then I saw the level reduce requirement, and it's like, yeah, that's really good.
Not awful. Even
It's terrible.
without. What do you mean? It's pretty high DPS for a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, at level 32.
At any level.
No, level 70, you'd salvage that, I think. You wouldn't salvage that at level 70?
It's better than
Yes.
It's better than most
Yes.
one-handed weapons I have.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. Why would I?
Because it's rubbish! It doesn't even have a socket.
You can put a socket in it. It depends.
No, it doesn't depend. It says it right fucking there. You did re-roll it to get the primary stat. I know it. It says it right there. I can tell.
That's because it's
That's
a
why you
level
re-roll it.
reduced-
I know why you
level
re-roll things.
reduced weapon.
You don't have to explain why you re-roll things. I understand why you re-roll things. You don't have to explain that.
Anyway, I have a cube, so I could put a socket in it if I wanted.
I could put a fucking socket in anything I want. Would you put a socket?
Well, I didn't.
Neither would I. Neither would I. She says, I can't understand you, but I can't understand myself. Why am I so bothered by this? It doesn't make any sense. I told you I was talking to Jordan. Me and this girl have nothing in common.
What did Jordan say?
Forget about her.
I'm the only one that matters.
Thing is, she's got her boyfriend now. She's got a new boyfriend too.
Right.
For some reason, Natsuka bothers me.
Well, she is in the same country.
Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Well, it's pretty.
It's not like she's my only option.
I'd say it's a fucking factor.
She's not my only option. It's not like, oh, she goes away and then I have no sex. I mean, I had sex last night. So it's not about that.
You always managed to slip in that I had sex. Only the only second. You always managed to slip it in.
I'm trying to frame the argument. I'm not bragging. I'm just framing the argument.
I know. Framing requires some bragging, but if you have to frame it, you frame it. Framing has to happen.
The idea that I actually really like this person is the most kind of controversial and dangerous idea there on the table.
Well, why have so you've only become aware of this since she's got another boyfriend and will no longer sleep with you.
Yes. Yes, perhaps. Yes.
Yeah, you certainly have woken up, haven't you?
Is that what's happening? But then, how could I ever be with this person? That's the other, like, if you think that this is like a fork in the road and there's two pathways, how could I ever be her? What am I going to do? Like, get married to her and have her babies and stuff?
Well, that's like what she wants. She's told you that's what she wants you to do.
But she's an idiot.
And she also wants you to get a better job.
I want me to get a better job.
Well, maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe she is the path to a better life.
But
you'll never do it. You won't do it without her encouragement and faith and love.
You've met her. She's insufferable.
Oh, I still wanted to fuck her.
Well, fuck her, of course, but like, be married to her for the rest of your life and have her children?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get to fuck her.
It's not that good. It's kind of borderline.
Yeah, it's blurred. Come on, are we gonna? We need to begin the game, and then you can tell the fucking story.
Yeah, I gotta tell you the story. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, we have to begin the game before you do. We have to be playing the fucking game. There's no point just sitting in fucking town.
Well, what have you got? Have you got something that's close to a 15?
I've got a 22.
That's not close to a 15.
It's fine. I can spend a 22. What? How do you have a 22? Oh. Obviously telling me I have to spend my 22.
You have to spend your 22. That's the sacrifice.
That's fine.
Why I was asking.
No problem.
Now that we got this guy, I can tell my story.
How does your story go?
I told you about this girl, right? I met her on Tinder. Yeah, she's got 2 kids, and obviously with a black gentleman.
Right.
But she has 2 daughters, half Japanese, half black. And that's the mindset I have when I go into this situation, right? It's not like she's deceiving me or anything. I understand that's the situation, this is the situation I'm getting into, I get it, right? She's 27, she's cute, but she's got two children, and that she's obviously had them with a black gentleman. So,
why do you keep mentioning that?
Because they're obviously not white or
What difference
Japanese.
does that make?
It doesn't.
It's just texture. It's all texture.
I forgot what buttons I'm pressing. So
You be careful now.
I haven't propped yet, but fuck, I'm close. If you're dating a girl with 2 children, then you're going to be some kind of surrogate father.
Well, if everything goes well, I suppose.
If everything goes well, that's you know.
If you end up falling in love and you know wanting to be with her, then you're a semi-father, depending on where the actual father is, and have to have a relationship with
exactly.
with
If you're talking
multiple
about the
people.
future. What we're talking about is the future, right?
You can still just meet a girl, a woman who has kids, and fuck her and have a good time, and not worry about that.
Yes, definitely. But anyway, we do the whole kind of like we met up online and we're doing like conversing and trying to arrange to meet up, and it didn't work out, and there was that kind of like tedium. We eventually managed to sort of work it out, right? It's like meet at this train station at this time type of thing, this second.
You always meet them at train stations, don't you? You love train stations.
It's the Japanese way. It's the Japanese way. So I get there a few minutes late, right? I got there on time, but like the subway was so insane that it took me like 9 escalators to get out to the like surface level, and I'm probably not even exaggerating. So I got there at like 7. I was going to meet her at 7. I got there at 7. But yeah, by the time I actually got out to street level, it was probably like 8 past 7 or something. But like, yeah, there was no one there. But like, keeping in mind that I don't exactly know what she looks like either.
Yeah. But surely she would recognize you.
Yeah, maybe, like...
Maybe.
Like,
you stand out like a sore thumb.
So yeah, I don't have like Wi-Fi on my phone. Most 7-Elevens have Wi-Fi, so I got to this train station, and she wasn't there. So then it was like, what the fuck do I do? So obviously I try to find the nearest 7-Eleven.
See if she sent you a message.
And so I get to the nearest 7-Eleven and I access line, and she has sent me a message. She's like, I'm at the station, and she sent me a photo of where she was, but it was like 10 to 7. This is like probably like that, like 10 past 7 when I'm accessing this information, and she sent it 10 to 7. But like the photos that she sent was like, that was right where I was. And so I sent her a message sort of saying, yeah, I'm at the station. I go back to where the images were taken. No one. The funny thing is, she was like, we're here, we're waiting for you at this spot.
We?
Exactly. That was like the thing that stood out to me. It's just like, we? I thought this is a date between you and me, right? Not we, not you and we. This is the first time
unnerving
that we has been introduced into the whole kind of like mix, right? I go back to like the station with the exit, and like a few different scenarios are going through my mind. I think that maybe like perhaps she has like a female friend. It's like I'm going to meet this guy from Tinder. He's from the internet, and I don't want to meet dudes from the internet by myself. So please come with me, you know, type of thing.
Yes, plausible.
So then I go back to the exit, the train station with the exit, and there's a few Japanese girls there standing with other Japanese girls, and so it's like, you know, is this the girl? Is this the girl? But you know, obviously, whoa.
What?
Obviously, no, not yet. Obviously, it's not the girl, right? I couldn't see her or her friends, so I go back to the 7-Eleven, right? And I get a message from her sort of saying, "Oh, sorry, I didn't think you were coming, so we went to this restaurant. We're at this restaurant." So that took a bit of like sort of figuring out. But I figured out roughly where she was, but it was still this, you know, this description. We weren't sure if you were coming or not, so we went to this restaurant. So obviously she's at a restaurant. So I'm trying to I'm using Google Maps and I'm trying to make my way to this restaurant, right? And my brain is buzzing. It's like, it's obviously either her and her friend, but like I know that she worked in the area, so it could, like plausibly, it could be that it's her and her work colleagues. Like, I'm going to go to this restaurant and I'm going to be surrounded by her work colleagues. Like, I was thinking there'd be like 5-6 people that I don't fucking know, and her. And I'm going to try to sort of like, you know, pretend to be a nice guy and like try to sort of get to know this other person. So I managed to stumble my way towards the Google Maps link, contemplating what we could mean, what this term "we" could mean.
It is concerning.
I
have to get a beer.
I thought it would be a one-on-one thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a one-on-one getting to know each other thing.
Most of the time, these things are one-on-one.
How many Tinder dates have you had?
4 or 5.
Fuck your imprecise memory. 4 or 5. This is my first one. This is the first Tinder date I've ever had. This is me getting on the board, right? You've got like 4 or 5. This is me on the board, right?
Yes.
This is my first Tinder date ever. This is my first Tinder date story. Forever.
Well, I think we worked out why that was.
There's never going to be another first Tinder date story. This is my first Tinder date story. I'm like walking around.
Wait. Before you keep going, we were back to just sitting around in town. You've got to be moving while you tell the story. Otherwise, it's just annoying.
Got another fucking bottle of water. Who gives a fuck? That's all I got. I got one jam, and it was a bit of water. Blizzard, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bit of water used to be... I was destroyed when I lost my bit of water. Now, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Are you ready for the 16?
Yeah, man. If I can do 16 sound in my head.
Well, how come we only got 16 if we're so good?
Because I almost died like 5 times.
Were you standing on your head?
I'm pretty drunk. I don't even really know what buttons I'm pressing anymore.
She's told you that we are waiting at the restaurant.
Anyways, it's like a bunch of technical difficulties. I got a rough idea, and I got walking down this road, and then by some chance, I saw her.
How did you know it was her?
Because instantly I recognized her from my photos. Instantly. She still had the red hair. You know, I've sent you those photos with her with dyed red hair?
Yeah, I remember.
She still had that growing out. And she had 2 black babies with her. The "we" was referring not to her girlfriends or her work friends, but to her children. So the second one is definitely in a pram and being spoon-fed and that sort of stuff. But the 4-year-old was bilingual and very, very mobile and vocal. But we got along really well. We got along almost instantly. She was like giving me her apple juice straight away, and we were both drawing together, but it was like impossible to talk to the girl that I was having my Tinder date with, because she was feeding the 1-year-old, and I was like drawing and playing with the 4-year-old, and the 4-year-old was incredibly demanding. Every time it was just like I thought that I was about to say something to this girl that I've been trying to like hook up with. Prompt. Serious? The 4-year-old would just like interrupt and like commandeer the whole conversation. So that was pretty much the whole scenario. Her feeding the baby and me talking to the 4-year-old was our whole date.
Surely, if you're going on a Tinder date, you might, I don't know, have somebody else look after the children for a bit.
Do you think so? As a side note, because what I really want to do is I really want to complain, but as a side note, I really did really love her children. They were really great. I really enjoyed spending time with her children, and that was a weird thing because I instantly got along with them, and instantly was just like, this is awesome. I love it. but my main impetus is I want to complain. I don't want to sort of get sidetracked by how much I enjoyed spending time with the children. Oh my god, how easy would it be just to sort of say, I can meet you here at this time, but, you know, I'm going to be knocking off work and picking my kids, so my kids will be with me and we're just going to get something. Why wouldn't you say that? Why would you not say that? Why would you not say that?
Because you might not like that idea.
Would you not say that?
Because you wouldn't show up.
No. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Yeah, that's the excuse.
No, it's not. That excuse is a non-excuse, because if the person who wouldn't show up for that, you wouldn't want to meet that person anyway.
Sure you would.
You're wasting your time for the person who's just like, yeah.
It's not. No, it's not. That's not how it works. It's like, yeah.
That's how it works.
That's not how it works. Honest. That's not how. Honesty.
It's not.
You're gonna tell me that honesty?
It's not fucking computer science, dude. You just be honest. You just be straightforward with people. No. It's not that hard.
No,
it's not that fucking hard.
That's not what happens. When you got a couple of kids, what you do is you
just be straightforward.
You work out how somebody's going to meet you.
No. There's no scenario where you surprise baby someone. There's no scenario where you just surprise baby someone, and that's okay.
Maybe they were her trump card. It's like, I know that he's probably not going to want to meet my children, but my children are the greatest things in the world.
My children are the greatest.
When he meets them, he won't be able to resist them.
Well, in that scenario, that was actually true, because I think they were very, very sweet, and that was
the plan all along.
So I'm not finished. So that was just the beginning. Like, that was just like, I got there and it was like, okay, her kids are there, and they're all over the place, and I can't actually communicate with this person and whatever. Her eldest daughter, the 4-year-old, she was like everywhere. Like, she was taking it most of my time. Like, I was mainly talking to her, not kind of the actual girl that I was there to meet. It was actually quite good looking, like 27-year-old, quite young, quite alternative, my kind of style, right? So I was like definitely interested, but I was dealing with her children most of the time. And then at some point in the evening, like, because she'd been feeding the 1-year-old for like
from her breast.
No, this salad stuff that she'd bought. It was just like spoon feeding this kid for like an hour or something, and eventually this kid just fell asleep. And this other kid, the 4-year-old, she got like mesmerized by an iPad briefly. So there was this point where it's like me and Kana actually got to talk, and it was like we had a bunch of stuff in common, like lots of like music in common, and this weird. Once we actually got to talk, it was like, oh my god, you like this, you like this, you like this, that sort of thing. But at some point, she sort of said, well, I got to take these guys home and give my bath on the bed, right? I was killing it, right? I was playing with like I was playing with like a 4-year-old. We're doing drawing games, and I was playing with even a 1-year-old, making her laugh and stuff like that. So I was like totally cool with everything, and I was killing it as like a surrogate dad type of stuff. And then once we actually got to talk, we actually had a shitload in common, and it was like, this is really awesome. So like me and Kana, the mother, were like chatting a bit, and like the 4-year-old, she's off with the iPad, like entertaining herself. And just at the end, just as it was like, okay, well, I have to go give these kids a bath. Well, I'll see you next time, type of thing. The 4-year-old comes over to us, and she's all like looking sheepish and stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, what's up? What's going on? She hands us the iPad. She smashed it.
Oh god.
She smashed the front screen of the iPad, and it was like, dude, you couldn't have fucking waited. You couldn't have fucking waited until after I left. You're fucking killing me. You're honestly, you're fucking killing me. Like, this is like the possibly.
Where did the iPad come from? Whose iPad was it?
It's hers. It's
Right.
kind of the mother's iPad. Like,
Right.
she was distracting the 4-year-old with this iPad. She had like all these learning games and like these sort of like Disney apps where you could like have these pets where you could like brush them and wash them and make their hair up and shit. She was doing that for the whole time when me and Kana, this girl, were actually able to talk. Like the iPad was a godsend. It was like we're actually able to fucking communicate. And then right near the end, like seconds, like literally seconds, she just came up and it's like hands over the iPad, and the fucking screen is smashed. I'm like, oh my god, the whole mood changed. The whole mood changed. God, it was a nightmare. It was like the worst ending ever.
You arguing?
Yes.
What do you got to argue about?
Who loves you more?
Well, obviously she loves you more.
She has a boyfriend!
She's only just got a boyfriend because you've had a girlfriend for the last year.
Stop it with your logic. Enough of your logic, you voodoo witch doctor. My first Tinder date was a woman who had 2 children. I basically played with her children for like an hour. It was the most craziest Tinder date ever. Surely it's the most craziest Tinder date ever. I've only had one, and that was my Tinder date.
The most craziest Tinder date you've ever had.